DC Multiverse!
How's it going, super friends? Welcome back to my channel. Today we will be reviewing Etrigan, the Demon, from McFarlane Toys, who comes with a trading card that the front looks exactly like the image on the back of the box. See? They're the same. Oh yeah, and by the way, the trading card also has a data file in the back. If you want to pause to read that, that's something you can do too. He also comes with your typical circular McFarlane Toys action figure stand. And he comes with this nifty demonic scimitar looking sword. Now, in all honesty, I'm just gonna come straight up and tell you, I never read the Demon Knight storyline from Etrigan the Demon. Therefore, I've never actually ever seen him in this armor. But damn, does this ever look awesome! One of my top 10 McFarlane for the year. For sure. Oh, there's some stiff competition this year. Because this armor looks awesome. I know that, you know, a lot of us, myself included, probably wanted to have a regular version of Etrigan, you know, with his regular suit, rags, whatever he's wearing. But damn, does this ever look good. I have seen some people actually paint the armor red right here where all the details are, and I'm not sure if I'm going to go that route. I'm generally very pleased with this figure overall. The cape has a texture to it that actually matches what they're going for here. On his abdomen and arms, technically it's probably supposed to be his whole body, he's covered in scale mail with these badass looking spiked wrist gauntlet bracers on each arm. Nice thick decorative shoulder pauldrons on each shoulder, and thick plate chest armor going, well, across his chest. Fantastically sculpted and designed loincloth belt area that goes around behind as well. Fantastic knight in shining armor plate metal knee pads or knee bracers along with the shin guards. Oh, this is fantastic. His little toes sticking out the bottom because, of course, it's the Demon. He's got that nice big collar around his head, and that face sculpt is perfect. This is absolutely a beautiful Etrigan the Demon face sculpt. I love this profile. Fantastic job on the part of McFarlane's team. Now, I will say that it is slightly unpleasant that the only Etrigan I have to compare him to is the DC Universe Classics, which is a fantastic Etrigan, all things considered. It still stands the test of time. It still looks really great. Anywho, let's check out that articulation. So the waist and the torso are both on ball joints, so they can swivel and move around. That's an okay range of motion in the torso. Not the most stellar, but I've definitely seen worse from the Multiverse line, so this is about average. You've got the shoulder pauldrons, which are made out of a soft rubber, so they get out of the way, allowing the rounded hinge arms to, you know, move around completely and totally freely within that rounded socket. And then they have he has single jointed, ow, they sharp bits. I just poked myself. He's got sharp. He's got a single jointed elbow that has an abysmal level of articulation. But if you're wondering why he doesn't have a bicep swivel, it's because he'll actually swivel here at the elbow. So they do make up for the lack of a bicep swivel with an elbow swivel. He's also got that rounded hinge in the wrist. We know exactly what it's going to be able to do. Etrigan, or Etrigan, depending on how you pronounce his name, his head's on a ball joint, and it's got, you know, an okay range of movement. I know that's not going to be enough for some people. For someone like me, that is. I do kind of wish he could look up a little bit better. When you're posing him, just be careful because the waist actually, you know, you can see right down in it. It moves forward and backwards, so just be aware that you don't want that crack showing. Down here in the groin, we have exactly what we'd expect. The McFarlane hinged groin, which the legs obviously get a pretty darn good range of motion. Is there much for... yeah, I guess there is in the way of a makeshift thigh cut. That's That's better than I thought it was going to be, which is perfect because we can actually keep it this way to show the knees, which are double jointed and fantastic. Now, don't let this movement fool you here. He actually doesn't have articulation there. That's just the rubber part that's been set over his leg to be the armor. However, he does have ankle articulation inside of this armor here. It's that rounded joint, and there's actually lots and lots of motion there, and then he's got toe articulation. So what exactly do I think of this figure after taking him out of the package, looking at everything up close, testing his articulation? Do I think that he is a worthwhile purchase? Well, of course I do. I'm practically gushing over the visuals of this guy. Although it's a look that I'm not altogether familiar with, it's one that is rapidly and wildly growing on me. While at the same time, I was obviously hoping for a more classic version of Etrigan the Demon, I will say that this is certainly a lot more interesting to look at. And I feel like that's why Todd chose this version rather than the classic version. This is just a whole lot more fun to look at and pick up and fiddle with. Anyway, if you see this guy in your Walmart, Target, or wherever, or perhaps you see him online, I picked mine up at Amazon for $19.99, and you're wondering if you should get him, well, he's got my seal of approval. I certainly think he's fantastic, he's worth the pickup, and he's worth the $19.99 American. But anyway, those are my thoughts, viewpoints, and opinions. You're gonna have your own. Feel free to leave them down in the comments section below. If you enjoyed what you saw here today and you're not yet subscribed to the channel, feel free to do so. If you liked the video, you can drop a like, and if you didn't, then I suppose a dislike. And I'll see you in the next one. Have yourself a super awesome, fantastic DC day, everybody, and take care.